Hi, my name is Renee and I'm going to run you through a Tadasana tutorial. So Tadasana is one of the most mischievous or misleading of our asana poses. When done in its most simplest form, it appears like you are simply standing. However, there is lots happening internally that I'm about to take you through now. So I'm going to start facing you and then I'll shift to my side, but I want you standing straight the whole time. Let's start from the ground up. So Tadasana, also known as mountain pose. Feet are about hip width distance apart. Some teachers may ask for you for feet together. We're going to start hip width distance. Lift up your toes, all 10 toes, and spread them as wide as you can, but don't set them down yet. Spread them as wide as you can, then let just your little toe connect to the mat. Then spread your big toe as far in as you can and let just your big toe land down. This is the tricky bit. Now let all of your other toes squish into the mat as if you are squishing them into mud. Now, as you press them down, notice how your inner arches start to activate. So consciously continue that activation, pulling the inner arches up as if there is a string on the inside of your leg. So as those inner arches lift, you feel the activation of your leg muscles. Start to lift up your kneecaps. To do that, you need to switch your quads on. Now from here, turn your glutes on and send them towards the backs of your knees. So what that does is it creates a tilt of your pelvis, of your tailbone, underneath and forwards. Now maybe as you do this, you'll start to feel your pelvic floor right down in the center here switch on. So I want you to imagine a rope connected to your hip bones. Now start to twist that rope, pulling your hip bones closer towards each other, tightening this pelvic floor space. Now with this switching on, imagine that these two strings have become one at the center of your body and you lift it up. So you pull that pelvic floor up towards your belly button. Your belly button travels into your spine but still lifts up under your rib cage, and this sensation here is like you're trying to lift all of your organs out of your hips, lift them up into your rib cage. From here, your shoulder bones, also known as shoulder blades, roll back. Here your arms start to activate, so palms are forward, thumbs pointing towards the outside. Your arms switch on here, so it's like electricity traveling out of your fingertips. That string still keeps traveling up and out the top of your head, so back of neck is long, chin slightly tucked. Now in your Tadasana, every single muscle is switched on. So let's travel from the floor again. Lift up your toes, spread them wide and squish them into the mat. Lift up the inner arches over your feet, lift up kneecaps, activating quads. Squeeze your glutes to the backs of your knees, pull belly button in and lift up all of those internal organs up under your rib cage. Shoulder blades roll back, fingertips are long, arms switch on. String at the top of your head, making you nice and tall. Switch all of your muscles on 75%. Feel them activating, pinging. Switch them on 100%. Squeeze every muscle as if your life depended on it. Take one more breath here. Let go. That is your Tadasana, your mountain pose. So essentially, every time you meet your Tadasana, usually in your Sun A's, you are doing that full body activation. It's not a hangout pose, it is a squeeze and an activate. So hopefully some of those things you keep in mind when you are doing your Tadasana in your flow sequence. Thanks, guys.